Am I live? Have I fixed the screw up? Have I fixed it? Hello, McFly. 52. Jeez, 52 people waiting. No, no, I've completely screwed up. No. Unbelievable. 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 All right. Hang on. Got to fix this complete screw up. Hang on. There we go. Got to fix this complete screw up. The live feed is here. I screwed up. And hopefully the 48 people waiting over on the other one will now come over to the new one. That's the plan. Hopefully. 45, 44. It's dropping. It's dropping. Is everyone buggering off? I want everyone to bugger off from the original feed and only go to the new feed. I'll tell you what happened in a minute. From what I can figure out, 44. No, come on. Come on. Go to blah. Oh. Screwed up the live feed. Here is the real link. Tweet. Sorry, I'm just tweeting. Hopefully, everyone will figure it out. I've actually got more people now. I've got more people now that have jumped in, 63 and 23 from Facebook, than I had before. So I did it suddenly alert everyone, and the other one wouldn't have alerted. Okay. Right, the other one wouldn't have alerted because I had completely screwed that up and it didn't work. Let me disable that. And it was only the original people waiting. So hopefully... No, there's still 31 people waiting on the original... No, 28. There's still 28 people sitting there. 21 people on the original URL. Leave. I've posted in the chat several times. Oh well. Oh well. We'll have to ditch them. Sorry for the people on the original thread. The alert worked. Got the message half hour ago. Oh, okay. Shouldn't have got the message half hour ago. Oh, that was the... Oh, right. That was the main channel. Yes. Yeah, right. Cool. Oh, I better fix that too. Oh. here's the problem. Yep. Yeah, okay. So, hang on. No, that would have been the incorrect link. That would have been the incorrect link. Let me just, okay, I'm gonna have to switch accounts here. I'm gonna have to EEVlog, yeah. EEVlog. And community. Comments are turned off. What? Okay, sorry for everyone. I'll tell you what happened in a sec. I'm just posting this on my main. Oh. Ah. All right. Nah. What a cluster. What a cluster. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Oh, thank you. Someone paid €5. I can show this. Hello. Hi, you still accept fan mail and love building kits. I'm putting one kit together for you right now. Just waiting on the boards. I send punch other stuff. I send punch other stuff as well. Thank you, Heinrich. Yes, I still accept mailbag things. I've got nothing on my mailbag shelf at the moment. I think, yeah, I think I've literally got nothing on my mailbag shelf. So, yeah, I might have to put out a new call. Actually, no, something's incoming. I know a manufacturer's sending something. But yeah, yes, please. PO Box 7949, Norwest, New South Wales, 2153, Australia, not Austria. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Tell you what happened in a sec. Hi from Poland. Holland. 10 Moscow. It's 1:10 a.m. Thank you. I have. Thank you, Rassembot. I have no idea what that says. I have no idea. Yes, professional YouTuber. Yes, professional YouTuber. Akira. Oh, Kirka. Professional YouTuber. And yes, Kirka, probably my lead-in snarky comment. I can always rely on Kirka for a snarky comment in the comments of my videos. Yank, Friday evening. Yes, it would be Friday evening in Yankee time. Dave, the professional YouTuber. Yeah. I'll tell you what happened. Okay. Dave could probably engineer a computer from scratch, but he may never be able to use one. Yes, indeed. Very true. I'll tell you what happened, right? So I'm using StreamYard for this, right? But I wanted to try out the schedule feature. And here's the problem. If I didn't use the schedule feature, it would have been no problem. I would have just gone live with StreamYard and everything would have been hunky-dory, right? But so I decided to try and stream it. So I streamed it I set up the stream. You can set up a scheduled stream in StreamYard. So I did that. And then I went to go check out my YouTube channel, like, you know, the dashboard and everything, and it wasn't there. I waited a bit of time, it wasn't there. So I thought, oh, okay, it's screwed. I thought, oh, okay, I've got to also schedule it in YouTube dashboard itself, like the YouTube Live feature. So I scheduled it in the YouTube Live feature as well. And you know, I made sure it had the same title and everything, so I did figure out which one's what, because there's no URL that you put in StreamYard. So yeah, I thought it'd all match up, but I had a niggling feeling it wasn't going to work. but you know, it was a test. And yeah, sure enough, when I went, you know, I think there was 1 minute left. Yes, with 1 minute left before 9 in StreamYard, I went go live. One minute beforehand, and it told me no, the stream has been deleted or something. Please reset it up or something. So and because you can't put in a URL for an existing stream in StreamYard, I just had to set up a new one and just go live, and then just abandon the old one. So sorry if anyone's still waiting on the old one, but it's never gonna happen. So yeah, the old link just didn't. Yeah, there's still 19 people waiting over there. I've posted comments. So yeah, and I tweeted out that link, and yep. And yeah, so that was, I completely screwed the pooch. Yeah. Anyway, so that's how it happened. So that's bad. So I think the moral of the lesson is, yeah, only schedule it from one location, which I probably should have. Yeah, and then, no, I think it eventually showed up as a double in, I think I did actually delete it. Showed up as a double in the YouTube Live dashboard thing. And then I deleted it, and it must have been the wrong one, or it was just never going to work. So yeah, that's just, you know, yep. Am I a ham? Anyway, yeah, screwed up. But now here's the real one. I've got 175 people watching. 144 from EEVlog 2, 31 from Facebook. Somebody on Twitter said, why do I bother with Facebook? Well, I don't use Facebook myself, but I've got a big page there with, I don't know, 5,000 or 10,000 subscribers or something. And the only reason I use it is because all my content is pushed. I don't actually go to Facebook, so sorry if you're commenting on Facebook. I don't use it on my channel. So on my channel page over there. I use Facebook like personally a bit with my personal account, very occasionally, just for some groups that I'm involved in. But that's basically it. I pretty much don't use Facebook. I can go a month without going on Facebook. So yeah, sorry people comment over there, but there are quite a lot of people over there who need YouTube need Facebook for insert reasons here, because they, you know, groups or whatever, or family, and they just subscribe to the page, and so I have all my content pushed over there auto-magically. So, you know, you get all the latest videos and all that sort of stuff, and because StreamYard integrates with Facebook, I've set it up so it just, when it starts streaming, it streams to Facebook as well and pulls in the Facebook comments. Haven't seen a Facebook comment yet, have I? Somebody's watching on Facebook, post a comment. And you guys can't see this though, but yes you can. Watch this. I have the tools, I have the talent. It just failed. Share screen, boom. Hey, Inception. There you go, Adam just posted from Facebook. Thank you very much. And Shaban also posted from Facebook. Geez, I need a drink. This is going to be what? Pre-Big Clive live streams. Is he going live at the same time, is he? I have no idea when Clive goes live. Oh, okay. I'm missing some super chats, am I? Sorry about that. They're coming in. Hang on. I'm going out of this now. I'm going out of this. I just wanted to show you that. Thank you, Heinrich. Missed second super chat. You can use random IC. And can you use a random IC? Probably not. Depends on what the IC is. And I thought the super chats would stick to the top. No? I showed your one, Heinrich. Okay. Def Bomb's here. Sorry, I'm going to have to catch up with the chat. Morning, Dave. Can you do more city hometown videos? It's always interesting to see other places. Maybe take Sagan out for a ride drive and let him video the old man waffling. Right. No, it's easier if no, he won't have the attention span to do it. It's better off if I just set up the camera. Maybe I can do more of the bike riding videos. Some people seem to like them, but in the survey, people said, nah, crap. There was only like 3% or something who liked it. I don't know. It was... Thumbs down is still engagement, yep. Did I fix the 4K screen capture delay problem? No, I didn't fix the audio delay, but I fixed the single channel thing. That was because XSplit was recorded in mono, and by default, DaVinci Resolve only plays mono in the left channel. So I did. That was easy fix, but I don't know what caused the actual sync, and it was all over the shop. It wasn't that fixed like 0.2 of a second all the time. When I edited out that video that I released last night, it was all over the place. It was weird, and it did only happen in the quiet periods. Weird. There's something about the quiet periods where it inserted it got out of sync. Tom, please can you give me quick career advice? I am EE Master's student at Imperial College and I don't know what to study. You're already a Master's student and you don't... I thought you had to pick before you started becoming a Master's student, or you're about to become a Master's student, I assume. Or are you doing like a Master's by coursework? Because you can do Master's by thesis or you can do Master's by coursework. Which one are you doing? Not all colleges offer that, but it's yeah. I'll get back to that. Hang on. Well, I better catch up with the chat. Sorry if I've missed your thing. There's no particular topic today, Maurice. It's a big dive live. Yeah, I just thought like because I do come in every Saturday. So I thought, I'd just do like a 2-hour live show. By the way, remind me when it's 11 o'clock, because I've got to go at 11 o'clock. It's going to be 2 hours. Yeah, I'm studying applied machine learning, but I don't know. I'm applied machine learning, but I don't know what is so useful in this climate. Don't follow what's useful. Do not follow what's useful. That would be my main advice. Follow what you enjoy doing. If you enjoy applied machine learning, then do it. If you enjoy something else, do that instead. And if you're doing it by project thing, then go for a project that you're interested in, a topic. Don't follow the market. Never. I can remember when there was a big, when everyone went, oh, I'm going to get a computer networking degree. Everyone did that and, become a network engineer and you'll get millions of dollars and the market just... And yeah, don't follow. It's happened so many times. Do not follow the fad. Do not try, and maybe you could try and predict a fad. For example, you might, but you've got to like it. Like if you don't like it, what's the point? No, it's if you happen to like it and predict it. Say, I think quantum computing is going to be a big thing, and I'm really interested in quantum computing. Then do a quantum computing, right? Or I think renewable energy is going to be, energy infrastructure is going to be a big thing, and yeah, and I enjoy that. Therefore, go do that. So that would be my advice. Does anyone disagree with my advice? Does anyone in the chat disagree? Does anyone in the chat think that Tom should try and do a fad? Yeah, well, not a fad, but try and predict what good jobs are out there. No one can travel at the moment. New space. 100%, 1,000% agree. and actually, let me see. I'm giving. Give me a second. Give me a second. I'm going to go to my dashboard. I've got to log into EEVlog 2 here. Switch channels. I'm going to go into videos. No, I'm going to go into dashboard. I can never remember where this is. See, I don't do enough live stuff. Okay, content, live. I'm going to go into live dashboard. And what is the latency? No, it's set to low latency by, it's already set to low latency. Okay, right, I was just checking. Because if you set the stream into normal latency, then you get a big delay. And I discovered just a minute before the show that you can't have closed captions and low latency at the same time inside the YouTubes. So it can't do the real time, it can't have the low latency for the real time chat feedback and do the closed captions. So I turned off closed captions and I put on low latency, and it's good to see that's carried over. So, excellent. A master's degree from Imperial College. Oh, sorry, I clicked on the wrong. If it scrolls and I click, and if it scrolls just before I click, it puts up the wrong comment. A master's degree from Imperial College, the world's your oyster, mate. Yeah, I probably agree. more sandal candle, more likely to succeed if component in a niche field. Yeah, yes. Try not to compete. The way to succeed in life is not to have any competition. The way to get a good anything is not to have any competition. You know, a good business, if you've got no competition, boom, you know, you're probably going to be a successful business. If you've got no competition, if you come out with, if you've got skills in a certain area, boom, no competition. If you're trying to buy a house and nobody else is bidding, you're going to get a cheap house, right? There's so many things in life. Try and eliminate your competition. That would be a good tip. I've never done that. That's a good tip. Damn it. That is a good tip. Should put that in my next tips video. Ah, new space, okay. Researching really new fads in academia are very hard to follow because you often hit issues finding advisors. Yeah, you got to have an advisor, don't you? Or a good one, anyway. Do something that you enjoy doing, but if it's your only hobby, then gain another hobby. If it's your main hobby, you could burn out and gain no enjoyment in the field. That depends on the person. I don't know. But yeah, I have multiple hobbies, of course, but you know, my hobby is my career. Right? Just dicking around in my lab. It's my hobby. Oh, Pro Engineer, thank you. Low latency also didn't used to allow DVR and later playback. I'm sure that's, not sure. Yeah, I think, no, I've got DVR enabled, I think. I think I've got DVR enabled and low latency. So, thank you, Pro Engineer. Recording is probably doing compression optimization with RLE or some other optimization. It's probably using 100% standard and breaking the vid framing. Retry. Oh, okay. Recording without external gate and correcting Resolve. I don't want to correct anything in Resolve. I don't want to have to do anything. So, I don't know. I need to do more experiments. But I don't plan on doing many 4K screen captures. That was just a thing for that teardown that I was kind of experimenting with. So, yeah. Yeah, but I agree. Yeah, it's doing something weird like that. Maybe I can change it in settings or do something else. But I believe I should be able to test it pretty easy. I'm pretty sure it's the pause in there. The audio pause. Just be silent for a minute and it gets out of sync. So it should be really easy to redo that one. To recreate that. Sorry. So thank you, Pro Engineer. Why do people believe, random comment, why do people believe oysters is so good? Slimy snail stuff, yeah, I don't, ugh. couldn't pay me to eat an oyster, I don't think. Yes, this is probably going to be a regular thing. Yes, I thought I'd just try a regular thing. And, well, 200 people have turned up. So, you know, that's good enough. 184 from EEVlive 2, 16 from... I probably should have done Odyssey as well, like live stream to Odyssey. But the problem is that because it's not supported in StreamYard, it doesn't pull the comments in. So I would hate to go live to Odyssey and then be ignoring all their comments. I'd have to have like a separate screen and be reading to, like, I just feel bad if I wasn't pulling in all the comments and reading all the comments. So, yeah. As always, it depends, yeah. You can just do whatever gives you the most amount of money, even if you don't like it. Well, you know, it does work. I'm not saying it doesn't work, but yeah. This is a random comment. Thank you. Mads Tech gets drop frames in Resolve and then desync the audio, but it's not there in the final. I'm running. Still getting drop frames in 4K. Okay, I have no problems. Once I synced it up in DaVinci Resolve, but it wasn't just in Resolve. When I played it in a separate player, it was completely out of sync. So the original source file coming from XSplit was where the problem is. It had nothing to do with DaVinci Resolve at all. Snap Circuit sometime with you. Didn't I do that? I did do a review. I don't know if they're called snap circuits. I can't remember, but I did a video with Sagan where we actually reviewed the they were snap-on blocks. I don't know if you're talking about the same one. There's probably multiple ones like that. Next week, bring carbonated wine. Thank you, Alma. Spark the joy of electrical engineering in you. Excellent. That's one of the reasons why I do it. Why I still do it. Only 50 likes. Oh, you bastards. Lousy 50 likes. I don't care if it's thumbs up or thumbs down. It's all engagement. Someone from Rhode Island. Past my bedtime. Yeah, see it. Yeah, sorry. The UK. The time zones suck. Like when we try and do like a interview with someone in the UK, it's literally the only time is early in the morning Sydney time, and then it's late there. Like there's just no other way to do it. See, everyone craps on about OBS, like it's the second coming of Christ, and and it's got problems too. Just like everyone crapped on about DaVinci Resolve, greatest thing since it's the second coming, and yeah, it's great and it's free, right? It's absolutely it's absolutely brilliant, but it's got issues too. Every package has issues, and so. How's the silicon crunch going to affect the amateur market? Some chips are already overpriced and some silicon were to be made available. Fabs make some available for amateur electronics. They don't give a shit about the amateur electronics market. They don't care. They probably don't even care about the DigiKeys and the Element 14s and the rest of them. They just don't care. Their main customers are the big customers. Like unless you order 1 million chips, they're the ones who are going to get the priorities. They won't go, oh, we've got 1 million order here and we're going to save 1,000 for DigiKey and the hobbyists and everything. No, they just don't care. They don't care. They will push out the big orders first. Yep. So yeah, you're screwed. I mean, I can't get new BM235 multimeters until at least end of February, probably March next year. I just can't get them because the main IC they just can't get. Yes, I've still got kits. Yep, some kits that are waiting to be soldered. Maybe. No, that'd be a bad idea. I was going to say, like, I could do like a live kit build thing, but then I wouldn't be able to answer comment. Like I can't read the comments at the same time. So it'd just be people yapping away to each other, and I'd be ignoring them, just talking. Or I might get the occasional comment and then talk for 10 minutes while I'm assembling, and then I miss all the whole idea of this one is to like read all the comments. I watched your videos, William, watched your videos in 2013 with no electronics experience and not understanding 80% of your jargon, but today I have an EE degree in lead engineer, a small R&D department. Excellent. Awesome. Well done, William. Young whippersnapper there. It's done well. Good on you, mate. Excellent. Now I've lost that. Comment, hide. Awesome. Well done. Yeah, I didn't notice that. The teardown video I did last night, it had an STM32 in it, the Keysight one, an STM850 or 32850, I can't remember the exact number, 750 or something. And as somebody pointed out straight away that, yeah, that's the reason that they can't manufacture these. Maybe, but it only takes a few parts, like it only takes one part to stop production. So I don't know whether or not Keysight didn't, the buyers at Keysight, that'd be on them, I guess, But they would have a dictate coming from management of how many to stock up on and stuff like that. But I can guarantee, and that's the other big problem. Every company has been bit hard by this, and now they're going to be, everyone's a prepper now. Every company's a prepper, right? It's great. So that, of course, everyone's scrambling to get whatever stocks they can, and if it comes back on the market, they will hoard it like crazy. So it's going to take years to sort itself out. No, I'm not aware of the Logitech Z333 fake tweeters. You have messed around with studio monitors. I wonder if you can take a look at a pair and install a crossover and real ones. Ah, really? Logitech Z33. I don't know. It's just consumer crap, isn't it? How do you spell Logi? Z333. Amazon Australia. $99 for your speaker system, including subwoofer. What do you expect? You expected a tweeter? You expected a real tweeter in there? Yeah, I can see. It's got the, I can share my screen. I can share, hang on. No, I'll share the other one. Stop screen, share screen, other screen, share screen. There you go. What do you expect? That was nice. That was nice. You see how it pushed? Oh, no, it pushed. It was smart enough to push my video, my talking head video up. It just pushed my head up, but it still overlaid it. It still wasn't smart enough to push it up far enough to overlay it. Look, and if I turn off the comment, my head will go whoop, like that. That was smart of StreamYard, but not smart enough. 5 out of 10. So, yeah. So they've got the tweeters in there. There they are, but they're fake. You're saying there's nothing in them. Is it just a tuned port? It's just a tune. It's just a port, right? Is it like a felt port? Is that it's just a... I assume so. I assume it's not fake as in it's covered with wood. I assume that that's not the case. I assume that it's a tuned port and you're being suckered into thinking that 80 watts peak, 40 watts RMS. Really? For your $99. Oh boy. But yeah, you'll either get a fake tweeter or you'll get which is actually designed as a tuned port, or you'll get a piezo ceramic transducer, right? Yeah, where's my cursory? Give me my cursor back. Thank you. Or you'll get a piezo ceramic disc transducer, not a real cone one. Yeah. I wouldn't bother installing a crossover. Don't. Why would you go to the effort unless it's for an academic exercise? You wouldn't install a crossover, and then because then you've got to have the kit to be able to measure the whole thing, to measure the response of the whole thing and everything. You can't just whack in a crossover. I mean, I built speakers when I was a kid, and that's what I was doing, right? But because I had no ability to, it sounds all right. I had no idea to actually measure the response. But I guess with music speakers, that's the point. I mean, music speakers aren't flat, right? Studio monitors are flat, right? The whole idea of a studio monitor is you get a flat response, right? Flat phase response and everything, right? And it's as tolerant as room acoustics as possible, and that's the goal of a studio monitor. But the goal of even the $50,000 pair of speakers, right? The goal of them is not to be flat. The goal of them is to sound schmick, right? So they're not. Yeah, so you can have a $50,000 pair of speakers, and they're shit studio monitors, right? It's just the thing. It's like how every studio monitor has every recording studio has a pair of Yamaha NS10s. Is it NS10s, or is that the smaller one? And they're just pretty shitty hi-fi speakers, and yet every recording studio in the world has them. To check how it sounds on the is decorative and non-operational. Yeah, I'm sure it's in the specs. Is decorative? No, is there any specs on it? I don't know, but yeah, that doesn't surprise me. What has somebody done a review video and actually torn them down and found there was no tweeter in it? Yeah, well, it's just a wide range jobby. Oh, someone's going to help out Tom in the PMs. Nice. Greetings from North Texas, where I can download a copy of DaveCAD. A lot of people no, it's not a joke. You can download DaveCAD. It's on my GitHub. I am not kidding. This is not a joke. DaveCAD is on my GitHub account. Go to the EEVlog GitHub account. Look, I'll prove it to you. It's not a joke. Everyone jokes about it, but it's not. I have released DaveCAD on the GitHubs. Look. DaveCAD. There you go. DaveCAD is on my GitHub. Post-it note original with no border. They are. They are. DaveCAD original post-it note. I actually went to a significant amount of effort for this, by the way. Here's the original. I posted it 3 years ago, and the preview doesn't work very well. But yeah, basically, if you can't tell by the shadow and everything else, I actually took a photo of this. I actually did a real DaveCAD post-it note. I set up my camera and I got the lighting all kind of right. But I kind of wanted to have this shadow around it, because the whole idea at the time I was doing the EEV Academy videos, was it? And I wanted to, I wanted to have a background that I could do the hand drawing with the tablet thing. I was going through that tablet, Khan Academy tablet phase, just experimenting with that. And I thought I'd have the DaveCAD as a background. So I actually went to the effort to scan those in, and there you go. You can download DaveCAD. People think I'm joking. When DaveCAD's open source, you can download it on my GitHub. NS10, yes. Friday night here. What's it like living in the future? It's a dystopian future here, because it's Australia. It's dystopian. Someone still uses 123 design. Mads Tech still uses it. Old CAD software and stuff. Yeah, I know people using old PCB software and stuff. People use Circuit Maker 2000. Like, why not? Any plans or progress on EEV Academy? No, I don't know. Because I'm doing the well, once I get back into it, I want to complete my whiteboard series, my AC circuits, because I've completed my DC circuits series, and I want to complete my AC circuit series, and then I'll probably go on to, like, you know, active semiconductor devices, transistors and diodes, although I've done a lot of those videos over the years anyway. Like, and I've done op amps, of course. I wouldn't redo that, I don't think. That'd be pointless. AVE's using illegal Dave Cat. I'm going to sue his ass. I'm going to sue AVE's ass for using my illegal Dave Cat. Oh, Elenco. Okay, right. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that wasn't the ones we used. I'm pretty sure. I love his username, Richard Head Gaming. Self-contained floppy disk for CAD CAM from 1997 classes. Oh, that's you young whippersnapper. 1997. So yeah, sorry. I'll finish the EEV Academy comment. Yeah, like that was something that, like when I had David here, and David was doing some EEV Academy, I was doing some. Yeah, the EEV Academy, that was the digital. I was doing the digital series, wasn't I? Yeah, I should probably finish that, and I should keep it in the same style, I guess, because I did all the others as the. I did the talking head, didn't I? Was there a talking head in the corner, or was it just a? I can't actually remember if there was a talking head in the corner or not. Actually, I'll get back to that. David, too, left to do his own consulting company. Do his own consulting contracts and stuff. Any progress on the custom power supply? No, and that's related to David. Although, on the bench, right about there, I have all of, I think there's like 5 or 6 different micro supply prototypes. And I was going to do a video. I've been meaning to do it for a while. It's on the list of, like, just a progress, like not a progress update. Like, here's what happened. Like, here's the evolution of the micro supply, and here's where it got to. And basically, I'm not doing anything more. I lost interest in it entirely. And yeah, no, I got no plans. I got no plans to revitalize that, because it's a working product. If you haven't seen it. Oh no, I've got another one here. Yep, got another one here. It's actually a very schmick looking product. It's, you know, from a physical point of view, it is finished. Focus, you bastard. From a physical point of view, it's finished, and it's really very schmick, right? It's really schmick. Everything's custom in it. Very schmick. And it works. It does actually work. I actually use it sometimes. It's a very schmick product. But David left during the final phases of it, and it still requires more work. Like like we have to switch. He said, like, these final notes and everything were that no, we probably need to ditch the planar transformer in it and go back to another type of transformer and stuff. It hasn't been fully characterized yet and stuff. And yeah, there are a few other changes that he wanted, that he thought were needed before it was a final product, and yeah. So I don't really want to have to go in, and I don't think there's a market for it anyway. I think, like, it's cool, but I don't know anyone would pay a premium for a little pocket power supply like this that plugs into a USB port, and it's only 10 watts. You know, isn't much. No, I don't know Bruce Jackson, founder of Jan's. He was a good friend and mentor in the live sound industry. Yes, my good mate Doug Ford worked at Jan's. He was the head. He was the head designer at Jan's. He might have mentioned him at one point in our chats together. But yeah, Doug Ford. If you haven't seen my Doug Ford videos with him, I've done quite a few videos with Dougie, and yeah, he was the head. He was the head designer at Jan's. He designed all their audio amps and stuff. I actually released the source code for it a long time ago. Like, I think just after David left, I actually released the source code for it. I can't remember if I released the schematic. I don't know, because it was still in flux at that point. Maybe not. But I don't want to release everything. Like, I don't want to dump the entire product and then have somebody take it and then rip it off and then you know, like, think it's a finished product and then just go and assemble it and manufacture it, and you know, no, screw it. But I might release the schematic and stuff. Oh no, I'll certainly show the schematic. Like, I'll certainly show the schematic in an upcoming video on it. I'll go through the design and show where it was last at, so to speak. That's the idea. Yeah, I bet all the microsupply semiconductors on 52-week back order. I was thinking about doing this, right? I'm sure I mentioned it somewhere, and yeah, it would have been on the Amp Hour as well. I mentioned it in that I was going to do a video. I actually did start to do it. I started to do a video on, because everyone, when the whole supply parts shortage actually blew up, you can't get anything on DigiKey or Mouser. Everything's gone. Like, even all the Jelly Bean stuff, and you know, your voltage regulators and your micros, they're all gone. So I actually started a video, and I went to DigiKey and Mouser, and I just typed in random parts, like a PIC microcontroller, various Jelly Bean voltage regulators, and they're all there. They're all there. Every component that I thought of was there and available and stock and cheap and everyone, like, and so I just went, I can't do this video. There's no, like, you know, so everyone going that, oh no, the whole, you can't get anything, was all bullshit. I don't know if it's just bad luck of me picking all these things, but then I was going to go, yes, I actually did get the idea of picking like an open source project, like an Arduino thing, or maybe even I even thought about, yeah, the micro supply, like getting the BOM for this, because I have it, and then literally going through each, but this has a lot of parts in it. And I thought about, yeah, going through that and seeing if I could actually manufacture it, seeing if it would be possible at the moment to actually manufacture it. Probably not. It wouldn't surprise me, because actually this does use an STM micro in it. So yeah, we're screwed, right? Because apparently it's the STM micros that are the big screw up, and everyone moved to the STM micros. They thought they were the duck's guts, and everyone's come a gutser. Someone's watching a stream while they're moderating a Discord server. Whoa, wrong. It's wrong. Wrong comment. Wasn't Chris saying on the Amp Hour that they claimed there was inventory, but orders immediately got bumped to back order? Yeah, he did claim that. he did claim that. He claimed that DigiKey had fake stock. He had heard from someone, I think, or something, or he had assumed that it was true because it was true in some other industry, and he said that, yeah, DigiKey or Mouser or somebody had fake stock or something, and then he had to retract that the next week. He had to come out and say, oh, no, sorry, it wasn't true. And yeah, I called him out on it. I said, there's no way. There's no way. Their entire reputation is built on the fact that they have stock. And if they don't have stock, they say they don't have stock. And if it's on back order, they'll put it, it'll, you know, they won't have fake, yeah, they won't have fake, you know, numbers for stock count. What is a common pitfall that you see hardware startups experience? Oh, geez. Name them in the chat, people. Name the common pitfalls that you see hardware startups. Right off the bat, well, one would be cash flow, right? But, you know, assuming that's not a problem. The other is to think that the other is not to pivot. When your idea turns out to be stupid or not practical or the market shifted or something else, then you don't pivot. You don't pivot. That's, yeah. You just keep going through with your fundamentally impractical, stupid idea. But then again, I'm just attacking the ones that are fundamentally impractical and stupid. But no, people just get their blinkers on and they think that we talked about this actually on the Amp Hour yesterday, which hasn't been released yet. So listen to the Amp Hour come Monday or Tuesday. Monday or Tuesday's that way. I don't know why I put it's in the future. The dystopian future. And what was I saying? Yeah, and we kind of discussed this in that there's a new hardware startup. Once again, another online CAD, another online PCB schematic tool that's mainly geared towards actual collaboration between engineers, right? It's, you know, and their whole pitch, I can't remember the name of them. Flux is their name, right? So let me, and their entire pitch, and I think we were both in agreement on this. Oh no, don't try and Google Flux PCB, because you won't get what you want. Flux CAD, CoinGecko, no. Oh god, what's that? Oh, I could just go to the Amp Hour Reddit. Sorry, I'll get this, the Amp Hour. So it's on the Amp Hour Reddit. I can, boom, no. The Amp Hour comments, do it, delete. What's the bloody ads? Got the bloody ads. I was like, I was just going to post, like, I was just going to say who posted who put a shot of a nice looking chick on the Amp Hour Reddit, and I went, what? And then it took me a second to realize, oh, it's a promoted bloody thing, right? Anyway, avoid all links. Temco batteries in Minnesota. Browser-based hardware design tool Flux, right? They raised $12 million. Right, and the thing with this is, right, yeah, go and watch their video, right? They've got like a really wanky video, and it's all about how, you know, I want
you to imagine something, a better way to make hardware without any obstacles.
Let's go through it.
Idea and the finished product. It's called
Flux.
It exists because the old way to work.
How do you even get a trademark on that?
Every step of the process.
Can't.
Planning, researching, prototyping, testing is slow and expensive, too easy to make errors, and every error costs time and money.
Yep.
Meanwhile, you work in a silo on
you
your
work
own.
in a silo on your own.
Building hardware is not something you do alone.
Yes, it is.
It's best done with a team. So Flux gives your team a shared space to work. You can invite them to collaborate with you in real time. And they can add to the conversation at any point in the process.
So you can just highlight a schematic.
That used to slow you down, like wiring components together, in Flux, they're automated. There's also a simulator that lets you test your circuits before prototyping. Flux is all about sharing ideas and resources like engineers always have. It's based on a rich culture of openness and collaboration that accelerated innovation and launched a revolution in computing. Today,
give me your
we
thoughts.
Can draw from the innovations of the past to construct the future. This is a better way to build. This is Flux.
This is Flux. Right? There you go. You can see why, hopefully, you can see why Chris and I were kind of like, yeah, nah. As we say here in Australia, yeah, nah. It's like I don't think they fundamentally understand the hardware design process. And Chris said he sees this a lot in, like, you know, when software people try and do hardware, they bring the software mindset in, and it doesn't work. No, like, you don't have teams of people collaborating at the schematic level. Like, yeah, maybe on giant projects you might have somebody design a part of a schematic, another part, but you know, generally no. Where the collaboration happens is at the product level. But even then, like at the, you know, figuring out the user interface and the form factor and the specs and, you know, everything else, there's a bit of collaboration that goes on there. But ultimately, you want someone to make a decision, right? And once somebody's made that decision and they got the specs, then it's up to a lone hardware engineer to lock themselves away in their silo in their basement, right? And produce the schematic. And then maybe you'll have another person who does the board, perhaps, right? Or it could be the same person. And then you can get all this collaborative feedback anyway. It's called a design review meeting, and you can do it with a PDF, right? Here's the PDF of the schematic, give it to everyone and go, well, give us your thoughts, right? It's like, how does this online design tool of people like, you know, where's the cursor up here? Yeah, this, you know, you've got all these people, like, as if you're going to have all these people live, as if any engineer wants all these people live as they're doing the schematic, or leaving little notes and going, oh, why did you put this bypass cap in? It's piss off, right? It's like, no. Am I wrong? I'm going to load the comments down here, right? Who agrees with myself and Dave that I don't think they fundamentally understand the process here. I think this is a good example of where, yep, they've got all the dollars and the tool looks very schmick, I'm sure, and oh, it automatically places schematic components and routes them or something. Come on, that's never going to work, right? Yeah, it's another online sub-EDA. Yeah, it's another Gen X shit, says George. George says Gen X shit. Another online. Everyone give me your... It sounds flucked. Does everyone... Yeah, someone agrees. I agree. Everyone agrees. 100% agree. What, a big company that manufactures a graphic card does have many people who design the PCB? Yeah, probably, maybe. You know, I have worked on with more than one person working on the PCB layout, but more often than not, no. You know, it's no. But yeah, you would have it in maybe the schematic side. You know, it depends on how complicated it is. But really, it's not. You know, they think that this applies to everything. You know, their little Internet of Things widget. No. Altium did do something similar when I was at Altium. That's when they got the idea for the design collaboration thing, and they actually forced us hardware group to use it. And we hated it. It was crap. It was pointless, and we told them that. And I think they eventually dropped it. I think it might be in the new one. It has some, you know, it has some. Tools like that, but it's marketing BS. Woke crap, says Dita. What does DevPom say? I collaborate with a group of people with product and mold design using CAD, of course. We all individually review it and look for potential issues. Yes, but you don't need like this live online collaboration thing to do it. It's like, you know, generally somebody does your CAD. You send them the CAD files and other people comment, right? And then there's a little bit of back and forth, and then you come up with you know, it's not some, you know, huge thing that needs a solution. I understand your points. Someone doesn't agree, but also flux their points. Right, yeah, but I think they're overestimating how many people need this, right? I'm not saying it's useless, right? There are definite reasons that this is going to, right, it's going to work, but I think, yeah, and that's another thing for the original question, how this all started. The startup thing, it's 10 o'clock. got another hour left. The startup thing, what mistakes do startups make? This is another one. Overestimating your market. You think everyone's going to love this. No, right? Engineers aren't going to see this, right? Regular hardware design engineers, which we are, right? We're not going to see this video and go, oh, I've got to have that. That solved all my problems. Well, no, right? There's going to be 1% of people who solved all the problems. Altium had the same problem, right, with their vision for turning the world of electronics design upside down. Everything FPGAs, right? Everything. You won't need to literally. This was Altium's vision, right? Back in 2006 or something. You will never need to design PCBs again, right? You would hardly anyone will have to design a custom PCB like from scratch, because it'll all be modular. Why design your power supply? Why lay out a power supply circuit when everyone's already done it, right? And you just pull it in. You pull it in. It's all modular. Boop! It just magically happens. The Oompa Loompas just magically do it, right? It's just, no, right? And it flopped. And it absolutely flopped. And this thing, yes, it's going to have a niche. Some people think it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. It solves my problems. Great. Fantastic for you, okay? I'm not saying the problem that it shouldn't exist. I reckon that they're making the mistake thinking that everyone's going to want this. They don't. So I'm actually a software person. I started with embedded programming, so I had to know hardware too. Yep. I think this would be a great tool. There you go. EV3 thinks it'd be great. It can flux off. Look, I'm not saying it's, but I think this is a classic case of them overestimating the market for this, and their investors too. Should have called it fluff. Who takes responsibility for it? Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Modular PCB assumes no physical design constraints. It's not likely to be ever practical. Yeah, it's never going to be practical. Never going to be practical. I can remember back in the old days of the Oz Electronics, or was it Psi Electronics Design Usenet groups, I can remember having a huge like a month-long, maybe I'm exaggerating, but weeks-long debate with someone on there about the ability. And then we took it offline, I think. And then we were like emailing each other and stuff. And I spent an inordinate amount of time trying to convince this dude who was so serious. I think he actually wanted to go into business with me at one point. Was it? Is that he had this grand vision for modular electronics. And, you would never, it was the same thing, but this was back in like the 90s. And this modular thing. And I had to shoot it, like everything he came up with, I had a counter for why this was not going to be a thing. And it went on for months. It went on for a long time. And he finally just gave up, I think. And it never happened. I was right back then. And I'm still going to be right that that's never going to be a thing. It looks good and you miss the point. Not engineers are choosing what is used in a project. Yeah, well, your company's going to fail. So good luck with that. I've always been astonished at the gigabytes needed for Quartus download. Yeah, it's incredible. How many millions of lines of code? How do you properly gauge market? Well, you've got to have an intimate knowledge. Like I know the hobby market, for example. I've been in that for 30 plus years, right? So I think that's why my spidey sense tells me this probably is going to miss the mark. It's probably past its time, I think. Back when I came up with the micro supply concept, literally, it was before the blog. It might have been before the blog. I remember showing my original micro supply prototype to Leo Simpson from Silicon Chip magazine. I was working at Altium at the time, and he came over and he actually visited. And he actually came around to my cubicle to say hi. because he actually knew I worked at Altium. And he happened to be there for some reason. I don't know. And yeah, he dropped around to say hi, and I just happened to have my microsupply prototype, and he thought it was the duck's guts, and I thought it would sell, and it probably would have sold back then, but I think the market's past its prime. So spidey sense, being involved in the market, is how you properly gauge it. I don't know. You can't do surveys I don't know. It's hard. You've got to have someone with a good spidey sense in that market. Probably. Maybe there's other ways. I don't know. You just believing in your product's not enough. And I think that's what Flux have made the problem here. I think is that they haven't properly gauged. They've overestimated their market, I think, and they've overestimated the need for a schematic PCB tool where everyone collaborates together. But this is already available, and it's not like it's not already available. So I don't know what they're offering, really. You can do this same thing. You can do live CrossPro. Altium has it. I think, does KiCad have it? I'm not sure. Do the other tools have it? But, you can get in there and you can leave notes, and you can, or you just do it as a PDF or whatever, and you mark it up, and it's not, I don't see the value in it. I'm not seeing it. And then it just becomes yet another CAD tool, right? That people have to be, that you have to commit. And they also probably have no idea of the entrenchment of CAD tools in people's mindset and market, right? It's just, it's that people don't want to move from the CAD tool. They don't want to magically take up this new online tool, right? That no one in the industry uses. It's well, I do wish them luck, but I think they've missed the mark. Yep. So, yeah. So you don't want. Oh, look, dude. EV3, since you don't want my help on giving you any information about the Lenko version of the stuff, so I am going to see you in the next buy. Okay, so look, dude, sorry, what do you want me to do? Sure, okay, you want me to do a review of this Snap Bytes thing, a Snap Circuits thing. Well, okay, there's 100 other videos I want to do as well. Sorry, dude. It doesn't look like they do anything new. Yeah, I don't see what they're doing new. They talk about people collaboration. They mention briefly about the schematic, automatically, you just dropped in a block and you saw it route. Okay, but you've got to set those. That just doesn't magically happen. You've got to set that up, right? It's like auto routing. Auto routing doesn't work unless you set it up first. You've got to put almost more work into setting. Well, you do have to put more work into setting up the auto router before you actually route, right? It's just I don't, and it's all no, and it's aimed at small stuff. It's not aimed at huge stuff. So it's why do you need, if you got something small, why do you need, I don't know why you need this. I don't know. Please tell me if I'm wrong. Yes, okay, thank you. Yes, okay, thank you. Lenko, yes, I got your thing. I'll check it out. But whether or not I actually do anything with it, probably not, unless they send it to me. I'm not going to order it or anything. I just don't have that interest. Sorry. Do I do private consulting? No, I turn down all private consulting gigs. I have done for a long time. I get constant emails. I get 1 or 2 emails every month of people wanting me to do private consulting for them. Can you save your project offline? Yep. Okay, compare it to the other version of that. Yeah, okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, because the other one had problems. Did it have magnets in it? can't. Yeah, was it? Yeah. It actually connected. Didn't it connect using magnets? And that was it. Was all the connections were dicky. That's a bad idea. Yeah. I have no idea about the framework laptop. Has Linus from wasted his money? Oh, I didn't know he invested in it. I have not looked into. I've just heard bits and pieces about it. I haven't even. Lewis did a video on it. I haven't watched his video on it. I didn't know he invested in it. Framework laptop. Bloody mouse. I didn't know Linus invested in it. Probably got the money doing it. Frame.work, is it? The framework laptop is now shipping. Okay, so it's shipped. Okay, a high-performance, thin and light notebook designed to last. Right, starts at $999. Do-it-yourself edition configurable for $749. Okay, so Linus is behind it, is he? What's the... there's a do-it-yourself edition. Okay, right. So it's got like a modular motherboard. Is that the idea? Like you can you can drop in a new, in 5 years' time, you can drop in a new motherboard, is it? Is that, am I wrong? Framework battery, and it's, is it open source? Processor options, operating system. Yeah, well, okay, how does it differ from, can someone give me the too long didn't read on the advantages? What does it have over any other major brand? Yeah, it looks kind of modular. You can put in a USB port or you can put in something else, and they're using USB-C as the, okay, USB 4, 20 volts, 5 amp charging and display. Right, okay, so I'm right in that it's modular. Right, they've got 2 modules on that side, or they've got modules on the other side. And more, yeah, okay, yeah, everything's modular. Right, that's the need of it. Okay, that's the killer feature. Okay, is that you got USB, HDMI, DisplayPort, USB-A, and is that a SD card reader, like a micro SD card reader? Maximum performance, 28 watts, 60 watt turbo boost, load up on memory and storage. Okay, so you can put as much as you want. All right, I don't know. Once again, it's maybe a jack of all trades, master of none. It's a modern, the framework is a modern modular laptop, no glue in its construction. Okay, that's interesting. It's all screws. No glue at all. Even the screen and stuff. Designed to be upgradable, repairable, and flexible. Can even replace the screen. Okay, right. Screen bezels, held in with magnets. Okay, thank you. Schematics available for repairers. Right, okay. The port modules are Thunderbolt. Right. Internal is meant to be modular too. How do they do that from a driver point of view? How do they... Don't know. Off the top of my head. Seems not very unique. You can just get a laptop with all those ports. Yeah, I guess the idea is that if you needed, one of the annoying things about, when you're shopping for a laptop is that, oh, I wish it had an extra HDMI. I wish I had an extra USB-C or something like that. And I guess the idea here is that you put in the modules. Are the modules on the both sides? Because 2 modules isn't much. 2 modules is a nothing burger. If it's 2 modules. No, there's a third one over here I see, is it? Or, oh, right, it's definitely got 2 modules on this side. Am I wrong in that they're different sizes? No, they can't be. That just has to be a camera thing. Right. It just looks longer. Right. So there's 2 modules. They've got to be. They have to be. No one would be that stupid. Okay, so you've got your 2 modules over here. Oh, okay, 4. It looks like it has 4 modules. Am I right? Okay. It's 4 modules, but you need one of them. You need one of them for your power input. Okay. Oh well, that's dumb. That's dumb. That reminds me of like the original IBM PC when it came out in 1981. It had 5 slots. Fantastic. But no, you need one for the screen. You need one for the keyboard. Or was it the keyboard or something? You needed one for serial. You need and it was filled up by the time. It was 90% full by the time you put in all your standard stuff. It was like four bays. Yeah, okay, yeah. I can see that there's 4 modules there now. Yeah. So that's just enough to make it useful. But if you have to, I reckon that's the USB-C can be a power input or also an output. Right, okay. Oh, well, that's pretty good then. That's all right. But that should have been built in. I don't think that should have been a module. That should have been, they should have integrated a USB-C power module into it, in addition to the 4 ports. Because I reckon 4 ports is, oh yeah, there we go. We can see it going now. Okay, 4 ports is just enough. Okay, right. That's actually, with 4, I reckon that's an okay number. That's pretty good. I should have used the barrel jack. Well, why not both? The meme. I could put up the meme thing of the little girl. Oh, you did the snap circuits, did you? Did you actually design it? I thought you said it was from Elenco. Look, if you're that desperate, send me the email, david@eevblog.com. Oh, that you found. Okay, right. Most of the money for the design went to paying for Thunderbolt rights. Lol. I didn't know there were any Thunderbolt rights. I don't know about Thunderbolt. I have no idea. Never used it. Don't have a laptop that has it. Yeah, you can bring different modules if you're changing on the road. Yeah, I guess there's a niche need for that, but most people know. Yeah, you could certainly argue that it should have just had a bunch of USB-Cs. If it's got no other USBs, then that's shitty. Like if it relies on all the modules, then I reckon once again, that's a hardware startup fail right there. They just didn't understand. They thought, oh, a module is going to solve everything. No. You need a base number. But then I can see with the hinge design, you can't have the connectors on the back because it's a 90-degree flip, right? It's a 90, right? And it's a integrated down into the back. So I can see when you flip it up, you can't have the connectors on the back. Once you've decided that, there's a whole bunch of people who won't buy it because it doesn't have the connectors on the back. So when you use it as a desktop replacement, you don't want cables coming out the side, right? You know, to go to extra monitors and shit. You want them coming out the back just to get rid of clutter on your desk and stuff because you want to put, papers beside you on the bench. And once again, that's not something that they've, if they did think about that, then they deliberately ignored that market because they wanted, to go after, they just fixated on the modular concept. So if they got no other ports in there, I think that's an oversight from a design point of view. It's all about repairability, but that doesn't have anything to do with the base design. They made the deliberate design choice to not have connectors on the back, to have that hinge system as it is. They could have, if they had the original intention, they could have had your more traditional laptop with the ports at the back, and you could have just populated the whole thing. You could have had like 4 USB-Cs or something on the back, right? Just put them on the back. And then like every laptop's going to need an external HDMI or external video, although you do it via USB-C these days, so you can integrate into the USB-C video, which would have been fine. But all that stuff should have been built in. Like I don't know. Yeah. Jack of all trades, master of none. And even GPU slots. Yeah, the novel thing is the modules on the side. That's the only. Oh, and the fact that it's repairable and it's all screws and no. That's nice. I mean, it's great. Hats off. No, you can always get right angle connectors. It's still shit. You want everything on the back. Yeah, that's the thing, Tom. If it's about repairability, there's such a small percentage of the market who actually care about it. Yeah, I mean, we all care about it, right? Everyone who watches Lewis Rossman cares about it, but that's like, it literally is a tiny part of the market. I'd be more concerned with upgradability and stuff like that. I mean, realistically, you're not going to repair this thing, right? The odds of your motherboard failing, for example, it's very low. Although Lewis Rossman makes a business out of, he employs 12 people just to repair MacBooks, I guess. So I guess I'm underestimating the number of people who screw up their laptops. Just use a USB docking station. Oh, just watch the review. Linus Tech, LTS, Linus Tech. I thought it was LTT. Is LTS something else? Have to go. See you, DefPom. Repairability is upgradability. Yeah, I mean, it's, yep. Oh, no, I have not seen it. No, I have not seen the RTO, Roden Schwartz RTO 6. Oh, they're going after the Tektronix market, right? That's a similar, because Tektronix, like the 5 and stuff, like they're going after that, right? Number in system. That's no coincidence. 1 million waveform updates per second. I find it interesting that only now, 12, is it 12? I think it's close to 12 years since the Keysight, it wasn't Keysight back then, the MegaZoom 4 ASIC came out giving 1 million waveform updates per second. Only now, like 12 years later. Wow. Wow. They're way overdue for an update to that ASIC, by the way. Yeah, I'm not going to do a review. I like, if they sent me one, I haven't heard from them. So I assume that Signal Path will get one, because he gets all the high-end gear and stuff, because they know I don't, like, I'm not going to do some in-depth, because he specializes in doing in-depth high-end reviews and stuff like that. And it's just, no, I'll just do a tear down and dick around with it, and it's like Shah is in a much better position to do that. So he's the one who, Linus, oops, okay. So no, I haven't seen that. Let's have a look, shall we? The is it just about to what is it? MSO DSO 6? What was it? No, I forget. Oops. No, thank you, Greg, by the way, for the RTO 6 oscilloscope. Oh, RTO 6. 15-inch touchscreen. Yeah, they're going after. They're going after tech. They're going after Tektronix. Yeah, totally. Yep. Do not sell my personal information. What? Strychnine, do not, when you... What? You should have just buggered off. See? I can't... Is there any way to just tell it to bugger off? Sale of personal data. No. Personal data. Allow or... No. What? What? No, I don't want to accept. Bugger off. Like, go away. How do I get rid of it? How do I get rid of it? I don't want to enhance my user experience. Like, why have a button that says, do not sell my personal information? Right? They have that. Do not sell my personal, and then allow, and then it's like, allow all, or whatever. What? There should just be like a piss off button. Oh, fuck, I'm going to have to do it. Doesn't matter, I don't use this browser anyway. 19,000, starting at 19,000. $800. 10:30. Okay, I got half hour left. Would you recommend? No. Jeez, they're fucking unbelievable. Bullshit cookie pop-up with no option to exit. Unbelievable. 6 gig maximum bandwidth, 1 million waveforms per second, 9.4 effective number of bits. Okay, so they've got like a 12-bit converter, I would assume. 2 gig points maximum memory, exclusive frequency zone trigger. Ooh, frequency zone trigger. Ooh. Okay. It provides large 15-inch touchscreen, GUI, blah, 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 blah. Finding signal anomalies quickly. Active histograms, mass testing, blah, 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 blah. 16 channels. Up to 20 gig samples per second. Starts at 600 meg. Yeah, they're really going to town, aren't they? Yeah, that's really, yeah. No, they're not going to send me one for review. They'll probably send one to Sharia. I have no doubt. He has a good relationship with them. It isn't like I don't. It's just that they know I'm not going to, I'm not going to do a review of a high-end bit of kit. Like, I've got no interest in trying to set up some experiment, some RF, some, multi-gigahertz bloody experiment to, evaluate all its needs and stuff. The only thing I could do is like, if they had like a demo board or something like that, that, automatically showed it off. So, yeah, it's, yep, they've totally copied. Is that the same, that looks like the same interface, right? They haven't got this stupid modular shit like Tech had. Yeah, it's got the 2 USBs on the front. And what's the screen resolution? Anyway, looks pretty schmick. Oh, it's black and white. Datasheet, version 5.00 of the datasheet. Oh, in colour, damn it. Oh, geez, that's boring, isn't it? Resolution, I saw it there. $1920 by 1080, it's full HD. Okay, yep. I assume they have a HDMI output. You would definitely do that. That'd be a fail if it didn't have it. Anyway, yeah, very cool. There you go. New RTO6 series. Definitely competing against Tektronix. Yeah, even with upgraded, average consumer doesn't care about that ever. Yeah, the framework laptop. Okay. Yes. Yeah, I didn't know Linus was an investor in that. Is it some startup company or something? That they were smart to approach him. I assume they did, or did he come up with the concept? Was that? Yep. No, just send me an email. EV3? I don't use Instagram. Just send me an email. I'm never going to see it on Instagram. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I should probably. I don't care about cookies. Okay, yeah, I will have a look. I'll have a look at that. Oh, yeah, do another meetup maybe. I'll let the dust settle. Like, you probably still can't. Oh, I don't know about the meetup rules, but yeah, it'd have to be next year. Have to be next year. It's not going to happen this year. Ah, okay. You Europeans with your GDPR. Has a better screen. No, it's not, Tom. I've done a video on that where the majority of my income comes from. I even posted that on the forum the other day. I posted in rough order. No, it comes from product sales and advertising on the website. I already told you, Dave at EEVblog.com. Although I'm perfectly capable of looking up the Alenco thing myself. But if you're that desperate... Not invented, conceived by Linus. Okay, right. That's what I suspected, is that they approached him and said, hey, Most likely they just gave. I would assume, I'm totally guessing here, but I reckon I'm probably 80% confident this is true, in that it's a startup, and they approached him and they said, hey, we'll give you equity in the company if you promote, if you become involved. And then obviously once he's involved and he has equity, then he's going to promote it, and it's a win-win, right? So yeah, totally. So I reckon he got equity in the startup. Am I wrong? If anyone... Not going up, or like if I'm right. Yeah, I don't know if he put money into it. He probably didn't have to. He probably just got company equity, I'd say. Oh, really? He approached them. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Well, that's a fail on their part. They should have approached him. There's a startup tip. Yes. Approach someone prominent. Because otherwise, because then you get free marketing. Like, wrong but close. Nah, he came... Oh, now Tom says he came up with the idea and paid them like 200K. Oh, okay, he came up with the idea of collaborating with them and paid them 200K. Okay. So it's all come out. It's all public, is it? Okay. Okay, right. No, he did a review and then he said he'd put money behind it if he could. Then they said go ahead. Okay, right. Okay. Okay, interesting. I was wrong. I was assuming that whoever the company was behind it was smart and they would have approached a big YouTuber like that. That's what I'd do. Hell yeah. That's a first, that'd be, my business plan would be actually, based around that. I'd get Linus Tech Tips, Marcus Brownlee or someone like that. I'd be like offering them equity in the company and stuff if they join. I'm sure they get lots of requests like that. I'm sure Linus is, yeah. But yeah, if I was a startup, I'd be doing that. Why wouldn't you? Jesus, you'd get some of the big YouTubers on board. PCMCIA slots. Oh yeah, I did everything via PCMCIA slots. That was duck's guts. I have an idea for a startup to make pink LEDs, going to approach EEVlive for funding. I don't think EEVlive's got a lot of funding to give, but equity in the company. Equity's free, You don't need to do shit, Dave. You got greater than 800K subs. I don't need to do shit in what? Yeah, like if somebody approached me with a startup idea and gave me equity in the company, and I thought, I thought it was a good idea and it was worthwhile, yeah, I'd certainly consider it. Oh, they've been going for a few years, have they, Holly? Okay, right. Yeah, I'm not a regular Linus Tech Tips viewer. I don't care about computer stuff. Really, I just watch the occasional thing that pops up in my feed that people are talking about, maybe. Pink LEDs are patented by Philips? Really? They patented a pink LED? Equity is free until it's quarterly time. Well, yeah, I don't know what that means. That's a Yankee thing, right? And you're but you got to be careful signing up for that, because then you become legally liable as well. You have to you can't just jump in there. Oh, I own 30% of the company or something, right? You got to be careful that you're not a director or something, that you don't have legal liability. You want all the advantage. If somebody's coming to you, like if you're a big name and somebody's coming to you, right? They need you. You don't need them, right? So yeah, you would definitely want to make sure that that would be on that you weren't legally liable for the debts and everything else. So if the company folded, you wouldn't be liable for it. Like if they rorted it and and stole all the money or something, or it just goes tits up and you owe a crap load of debt, you're not legally responsible. So you'd want to make sure that's the case, that you only got you'd have to structure it in a way. Would equity in a company be on par with pay for play? You would disclose it, of course. Like, of course you would. And then it's fine. And people either accept your disclosure or they don't. It's like, invested so he has something to say when framework goes not repairable after some time. Nope, we have a latecomer. Well, you've only got 20 minutes left, so someone remind me I have to leave at 11. I'm going to go turn my aircon off now, actually. It's a bit breezy in the corner. Ba-ba-ba. Finally fix that. Yeah, that aircon button. I just every time I touch it now, I really appreciate that repair that I did on that. Any current hardware projects? Well, I talked about this on the Amp Hour that will be out in a couple of days. I talked about a project on there, like an audio interface project. I was tempted to do that. But maybe not. Maybe it won't happen. I'm too lazy. I love daylight saving. Bloody Queenslanders. Unbelievable. Oh, yeah. What did I end up doing? A ceiling light remote control. Yeah, it's bloody annoying. Because I don't know what happened to it, right? I've got this. Oh, hang on. Go off there. Screen share, right? Yeah, I've got this Arlec remote control, right? There's 4 remotes in there, and they're supposed to like turn on 4, like I'm supposed to be able to just turn on, I think it was channel A or something, supposed to just be able to turn on the one in front of me. I've got like a fill light in front of me, and I've got lights either side that light up, and it's supposed to just turn on those, and like other channels just turn on ones, and it worked. When I set the damn thing up, it worked fine, right? I could actually control 4 individual lights or combinations thereof, and then I haven't touched it at all, and now they all turn on or all turn off, or actually one of them's missing. I don't know if you can, no, you can't see it, but yeah, one of them's bloody missing. One of them's missing. There it is. Hey, and maybe I can, oh, there we go. I got it to come on. All right. It's like, because I've done a video on this, actually a different brand one, how this uses like an RF resonance thing, and yeah, and they're just piss poor, and they interact with each other, and it's drifted or something. I don't know. So yeah, it's really annoying. Somebody said just install a 4-way light switch over there. I'm tempted to do that, actually. I'm tempted to install a 4-way light switch because I don't need a remote control like this, a light switch on the walls, So yeah, I don't know if that it runs on Windows 10, does it? So yeah, I don't know if anyone's got an idea. Yes, my bench is really messy. Yeah, I don't know if anyone's got a better idea, but everyone, I asked this on Twitter, and people sent me links to all sorts of shit that was just like, no, I don't want a bloody app on my phone. No, I don't want to integrate it with the X10 protocol and control it from my PC or from a web browser, or like, I don't know. Oh, Keen's in the house. I get the same remote for lighting in my workshop and had the same happen. Yeah, I redid the pairing. It has been fine since. Yeah, I don't know how to pair them. Yeah, I assume like they drift out, and I've thrown out the instructions. Maybe it's an RLEC. I can download the instructions. Yeah, I was going to look into repairing them. I also assume that that would have fixed it. Yeah. I assume that they just like drift out. I don't know, you know. That'd actually make an interesting video of like, but you'd have to, I don't know, spectrum analyze it and get the exact frequencies. You know, it only has to drift by, I don't know, a few tens of kilohertz or something, and I don't know. Jeez. Yep. So yeah, pain in the ass. Yeah. Thanks, Keen, though. It's good to know that I'm not the only one this happened to. It's just unbelievable. Yeah, and that was my conclusion, is that that's the only thing it could have done, is that it's drifted. The RF sections have drifted. And yeah, they're not paired anymore, or they're, you know, yeah, so the one code is so they're all 4 receivers are receiving any of the codes, or I don't know. Oh, you press the button after plugging in. Okay, I don't need the instructions then. You can press the button after plugging in. Okay, see, okay, yeah, you plug in the, yeah, I think I remember. Yeah, you plug in the power, so I replug them in and then press the button and it will pair. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, so it's the ones up there that are drifting. It's not this. This would send out a pretty precise frequency, right? So it's the ones up there. Let's go, Brandon. I'll come back to that. Are your sons into rock climbing? No, we don't. No, they're too, no. Nope. Yes. Let's go, Brandon. I think that's brilliant. Whoever came up with that, like, well, I know how it came up. It's a it basically means swear filter on now. Fuck Joe Biden. It means fuck Joe Biden. It came about, for those who don't know, if you see "Let's Go Brandon," it means fuck Joe Biden, and it comes about because I think NASCAR or something. They were at some, you know, there were like this NASCAR event, and this interviewer was interviewing, I don't know, one of the drivers. I could be wrong, and the crowd were chanting, "Fuck Joe Biden, fuck Joe Biden," because apparently this has happened all over the country. And these crowds at sporting events are just chanting "fuck Joe Biden," and she thought, I don't know if it was deliberate or not in her part, and yeah, and Brandon was the guy she was interviewing. And she's going, "Don't you love that? They're shouting, 'Let's go, Brandon.'" And I don't know if she deliberately heard it wrong or she was trying to, like, you know, not like trying to dismiss it in some way. And it just turned into this meme. It is great. It is great. Oh, did I have a power failure? Pressing the remote immediately after power came back. Oh, maybe. I can't remember a power fail, but who knows? But yeah, I reckon they've just drifted. But yeah, let's go, Brandon. I might leave that one up. Let's go, Brandon. Oh, it's great. The meme is like, oh man, and it's just going to keep going. Yeah, it was a NASCAR winner, Brandon. Okay, it was Brandon. Yeah. It was on Jimmy Dore, was it? It was an interview for Jimmy Dore. I didn't know he did live shows. Yes, yeah. It doesn't matter what side of the political. Yes, I totally agree. It doesn't matter what side of the political spectrum you're from. The meme deserves full bipartisan support. I totally agree. It's great. Yep. Demonetized because I've got "Let's Go Brandon." Is it? I don't know, but I reckon it's one of the Oh, sorry. Thank you, Heinrich. Can you answer after the live to the delivery email? No, I have to go after this. But if you sent me an email, I can read it after I get back. But I've got to go at 11, so I've got 15 minutes left. I agree. You can't beat a clunky main switch. Yeah, all these bloody wireless lights and shit. What? It's just dumb. Still a light switch. God. Still work in 50 years' time. Stupid. Anything else? So I'm going to leave "Let's Go Brandon" up because that's great. Yes, it's it's the meme of the year. Meme of the year. It's great. And I've seen them even in Australian politics now. I've seen it trend on Twitter. Let's go Andrews or something. Like, you know, like it's just let's go is the new meme, right? Let's go. It doesn't have to be Brandon. If you say let's go Brandon, you know it means fuck Joe Biden, right? But if you put somebody else's name on there, then it's like, yeah, it's like a nice. It's an internet filtered way of saying fuck that person, right? And it's great. As an American who voted Joe Biden, I agreed. Let's go, Brandon. Yeah, it's brilliant. It's so good. No wonder it caught on. Yeah, it's terrible. Biden is anyway. We've done the let's go. He's suffering memory fight. Yeah, it's terrible. I really feel sorry. They're I'm not going to say it's elder abuse, but it's probably not far off, right? He's not going. I can't see. I did this poll on Twitter. I can't see how he's going to make it to the end of his term. I just can't see it. I can't see it. He's going. It's just so bad. Can't see it happening. Yeah, I'd be very surprised if he serves out his term. God, he's not even a year in yet, and he's barely functional. I mean, oh. Hot air station, best. Not really into reviewing hot air stations. Don't have much interest in that, really. Golf's going great. Golf's going great. Oh, okay, right. Yes, the comma. The comma makes all the difference. I don't know. With hindsight, I don't think that's true. He's screwing up everything. Everything he touches is being screwed up. It's not even a year in yet. Yeah, they're not far off each other, but Biden is deteriorating quickly. That's why I reckon he's not going to make it. That's why I reckon, yeah, they're going to have to remove him, or he'll remove himself, or they'll convince him to step down or something. I can't see him making a full term. I can't see it. Yeah. So, yeah. Whereas Trump he's still sharp as a tack, right? Still full of energy. So, yeah. President coming. No, is there a single person in America that is looking forward to President Kamala? Is there a single person in the comments? A Yank who's looking. Oh my God. I don't think I've seen a more ineffectual president or like a vice presidential person. It's just like, oh my God. How long will I live for? I don't know. Longer than you with that ciggy hanging out, mate, Steve. I'm betting longer than you with the ciggy because I don't smoke. No, I don't even think the SJWs are looking forward to President Kamala. I think half of them probably aren't. Oh man. Yeah, she's like, yeah, no, and not a single person likes her on the left. That's what I've been hearing as well. Not a single person. Yeah. Not a single. I don't know about New Zealand. Sorry. Kamala is the only reason Biden is still alive. Greeting President Kamala. Oh, I missed it. It's good to go. No. Solid State Drive. Swap. Oh, 60's not much. 60's not much. No. If you're going to put an age limit, you'd want at least 70. No, but Trump's still in good nick. I can't see why. It's another 3 years until the election, but I think it's a sure bet he's going to run for 2024. He wants to be the comeback kid. I guarantee he wants to be the comeback kid. And I can still see Trump having the energy at 80. He seems to, unless something else medically doesn't go wrong. I can Biden's just wow. I mean, Biden was known for his gaffes beforehand, but now that he's got dementia, it's just terrible. It's just terrible. Thank you. Thank you very much. 60. Have you seen US politicians? Yeah. Gee, what is the average age? It's 70, isn't it? Is Australia as much as a police state as it looks on the news? Unfortunately, well, yes. Unfortunately, yes. Unfortunately, yes, it is. Yeah. But I I personally can't attest to it though, because technically I was in lockdown, but there's not a single cop on the streets. It's just because I'm in an area where it's just not a thing. But yeah, no, it sucks if you live in the area where you're getting, especially in Melbourne. Melbourne's bad. Holy shit! I don't know how the Melbourne police, the police commissioner, the police minister, and the Premier of Victoria, still in Melbourne. I said the Premier of Victoria and the police commissioner and the police minister still have a job. Jesus, some of those cops should be in jail. And I like cops. I've got quite a few cop friends, and holy shit, man. You like it when my knowledge carries over into non-EEV life. Yep. Well, let's, and maybe that's, something I can do on these live shows, is just talk about other stuff rather than engineering. But, happy to do the engineering questions. The business opportunity. Yeah. And the thing with he's just released his new, Truth. I think it's a horrible name. I think it's horrible for his new social media platform. Absolutely horrible name. I got 5 minutes left. 5 minutes left. Yes, Reagan had dementia for the last 2 years. Yes, second term Reagan. Oh yeah, not good. But it wasn't as obvious to the people back then, I don't think. Not the way we've got the socials these days. And but yeah, the new Truth social thing. But it's the thing is he owns that. He's behind that. And just imagine if he runs again, which is almost certain. They have to. Everyone has to subscribe to it so they see what Trump says. It's a brilliant move. It's a brilliant move. I hate the name Truth. It just sucks ass. But yeah, it's going to be a thing, especially if he runs again. It has to be. Because you have to, if you're in the media, if you're in politics, you have to watch it. You have to watch what he has to say. It's just, so it's just going to boom once he actually runs. It's going to boom. Apparently he likes his Big Macs and his thick shakes, and it's done all right. You seen him recently? I think he's lost some weight. Looks pretty good. Maybe he's realizing that he's got to stuff in Australia. Australia is fine. No, it's not. No, there's lots of nope, it's not. No, there's lots of bullshit stuff here. Yeah, it's not as bad as they make out, but in some aspects it is. In other aspects it's not. People think, no, it's entire police state. No, it's not. But the shit you see on those videos is real, right? That's shit that's actually happening in certain locations, right? In other, like me, out here in the Hills District, life is fine, right? Of course, I'd be more pissed off if I lost my business, right? If my business went under because I was forced to shut. I'd be freaking pissed off, right? You know, I'd probably be out on the streets protesting too. But yeah, yeah, but Victoria's the New South Wales Police Commissioner's corrupt too. Unbelievable. I don't know how they still have a job. Yeah. I don't know about what videos. Totally missed it. Anyway, I got to go in a minute. I have no idea who that is. Yeah, you know, there's a bunch of bad apples, but a lot of it, you know, like the sheer force, the sheer number, and the sheer tactics that they're using on the streets in Victoria is just disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. Let the people walk down the freaking street, stand to the side, protect property, make sure they don't destroy things, let them have their freaking march. It's just, you know, it's just no, but they deliberately confront them, attack them. No, it's no. Should not happen. They should all be stood down. And those officers, some of the officers should be in jail. Some of the, you know, those videos of like, yeah. But of course, there's only a few. The rest of them are just following orders. Like they've been ordered to go out there and confront them, to hold the line, you know, stop them. Like, stand a fucking side. Do your job. Stand aside. All you got to do is protect people and property. That's your job. Let them march down the street. Make sure they don't get out of control and destroy stuff. New South Wales Police gag order. Oh, yes, friendly Geordies, yes. Yeah, they had to repay. I posted this on Twitter in that, I'm going to go, in that, yeah, the friendly Geordies thing. I was laughing, and then I realised because the New South Wales Police tried to put a gag order on him, and they got these high-powered lawyers to do the thing or whatever. It cost them a fortune, and then they decided, no, we're not going to go ahead with it. we're not going to win this. And then, of course, they had to audit. Then they paid all costs. And then I was laughing at that, and then I realised, shit, no, that's me. I paid for that as the taxpayer. So, the videos about the police stuff. It's all over the socials. You won't find on mainstream media. They just won't cover it. You have to go on the alternative news. No, I don't. No, I don't. I've got a thinking brain. No, it is not new. No, it is not new. Had it all my life. Anyway, yeah, I got to go. It's 11 a.m. It's been 2 hours. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining me. It's been fun. I'll do this. Do you think I should do this as a weekly thing? I was going to, like, same time, same bat channel, every Saturday, 9 a.m. my time. I was going to, yeah, I was just going to make it a regular thing. So why not just hang out with people and chat and talk about all sorts, any shit, really. Juice Media is hilarious. Yes, yes, I agree. I do enjoy the. Yeah, I did. Look, you don't like. I can't stand him sometimes either. Like, I don't like his approach to some of his video. Like, you know, I'm not a friendly Geordies fanboy by any stretch. But yeah, they're obviously abusing powers. Yes, so it doesn't matter what you. People have, you know, get fixated because they hate the person. They hate Trump. They hate friendly Geordies. They hate insert person here. So they can't stand, you know, so everything about them, everything related to them, they just, you know, blanket. You shouldn't have blanket thing like that. Even if you hate someone, you should still be able to realise, no, that is wrong. That is wrong. So, oh, thank you. I love Scotch. Probably a big Clive fanboy. Thank you very much. Anyway, thank you very much, everyone. Catch you next time.